edition of the Invite Only Experience podcast here live at Magic Stick. We got our Bald Daddy barbecue, Mr. Ismail. How we doing, baby?
Welcome back. It's been a while since we talked. I think it's been like 10, 11 months.
Yeah,
Another break from the
haven't
podcast.
said a single word to him since. So it's gonna be a beautiful conversation. Just want to give a quick shout out to our main sponsor today, Red Panda Software. Specialize in technology, a lot of coding, website design, all you can think of, but they recently have opened up a new pillar in audio, equipment, rental, usage, purchasing, you name it. Mr. J from Red Panda Software has really been helping us out, making sure that we have the tech and the equipment that we need for each and every show, which adds this new experience with Eatori, starting Eatori After Dark, a new residency that I have there, and doing some of the booking for there. It's been very, very helpful.
Played there last night.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
4-hour set, Mr.
Yeah.
Ismail. How was that, by the way?
Running on no sleep and just fumes.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Emmanuel. I said to him that I had, as you know as well, 3 hours of tennis yesterday, followed by intense 4-hour set prep for this weekend and the next weekend, and then played for 4 hours in Eatori's. Then me and you had to get the equipment.
I set an alarm for 1:25 a.m.
Which I really appreciate you thinking that I'll be able to handle all of it on my own at 1:30. But I
assume that you can do what I can do.
Nice one. Nice one.
Bald Daddies.
Well, that's fine. I have my own strengths. You have your own. It's okay. I just admitted at the moment that it's
I'm better at running on 10 hours or 10 minutes of sleep than you are.
I need my
You do need your beauty sleep, or else it gets real ugly in the house. But here, have a sip of this Rise mushroom coffee. Maybe that'll help you out. Shameless plug. If you guys are looking,
plugging all our different products.
If you guys are looking for a new source of caffeine, some nootropics, they got lion's mane, reishi, turkey tail, things to help your gut, things to help your mind. Rise mushroom coffee, code TECHNONO15 for your discount at
15%.
15%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, no, Eatori's was good. It's my second time being back there. Excited to see how the space develops, honestly. I know we talked about, them having surround sound.
Yeah.
Which is going to add
a lot of potential. Like the vibe is already there. The aesthetics are perfect. You see the same people coming in and getting reservations, so they have that crowd. And last night it was cool because there was a few
great crowd last night
that I haven't even seen before, and they came in, and I remember them talking to Thomas, the GM, who's walking them to their table. They're like, "We're here for the Eatori After Dark." And that was just really cool to see. It's cool to see, especially as we're like starting this thing. It's been a thing for a while, but the foundation is really starting to establish now. We're branding things a little bit more. We're being intentional with the bookings. We're going to have our normal resident DJs that are coming in there, artists from around Detroit. And it's going to be super, super awesome. Now, I do want to give another shout out because today is a very special day. And first and foremost, thank you to you for allowing me to go to Motor City Church this morning so I can get my time with God and Pastor Josh, and it's their 5-year anniversary today. So super, super happy for them, super proud of them. If you guys are new to faith, we're not going to make this a faith podcast, but if you guys are new to faith, new to God, and you need somewhere to start, Motor City is in the heart of Detroit. They do it at a CrossFit gym, so testosterone energy is high at all times, and the faith is even higher. So congratulations to Motor City Church, Josh, the whole crew. Really proud of you guys. We're happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, what was the message this morning?
They're doing a series called Daddy Issues, and today the message was essentially if you have an absence of the affirmations that you should obtain from your biological father or your earthly father, then it's going to muddy up your ability to receive the affirmations from your godly father. So just really beautiful, thought-provoking things that we've been focusing on in church, and it's something new to you. So that's super cool that we get to experience that. Watching you come to church for the first time.
Yeah.
And the series that we're now starting at Motor City is Daddy Issues. Us being the Bald Daddies today. Us having the Bald Daddy barbecue. It's just there's nothing really else to say, but just that divine presence, that divine purpose. At the end of the day, like. Some people call it other things. I call it God. The things that you can't explain that just synchronize in the universe. Like, to me, that's God.
Yeah, it's been a unique journey for me, considering my mom passed in
Yeah.
April, and I definitely felt very alone. Still figuring it out, still going through grief. Don't have a relationship with my father.
Yeah.
And I think through the last couple months and last 5 to 6 months, I became closer to God. I don't know what it means. I don't know. I mean, I'm not baptized. I'm not anything, but I'm starting to read a little bit more of the Bible, learning the lessons, learning the stories, understanding how it connects to the world of today.
Yeah.
So it's been really awesome experience, because uh, I've always had a notion that there's something beyond my understanding. I always carried myself that way. So there was always a moment where I know that I am, I guess the word isn't beyond understanding, but it's something that's so greater than me. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and pray to that. And I couldn't call it God. I call it the universe.
Yeah, I mean, and I remember the first conversation we ever had about God when I moved into that house that we lived in together. I remember asking you like about your faith, or we were having a conversation about faith and God, and you just said, I don't necessarily call it God. I believe in a higher power, and I don't know what that means. And I think how far we've come since that moment. You're calling it God, and I hear you talk on the phone. You tell people I love you before you hang up.
God
You
bless
say God
you.
bless
Yeah.
you. Like those
Yeah.
are, at the end of the day, God receives everybody wherever they're at, and I think that that's the beauty of faith and having a relationship with God, because He wants you in imperfect form. Because at the end of the day, Jesus died for our sins, and He gave His life for us to be imperfect in God. And it's been beautiful to watch you experience all that and learn that on your own, and sitting in a passenger seat to that, because as you know, I'm a very OCD person and I want to help my people as much as possible, but I think that it's challenging me to take a step back and to allow you to really experience what it's supposed to mean to you. So it's been a beautiful
And
experience.
I think you saw the signs too. It's not going to be aggressive. It's going to be with patient care and understanding.
I can't see that, sweetheart.
So, I really thought about approaching with an open mind, and approaching it to a degree where I already thought about higher power being the pinnacle of my conversations within myself. So connecting it to God and religion, just understanding a little bit more and diving a little bit deeper. And look, I've only been to church twice. I mean, not to say that I haven't
have a
been to
cross
church
on.
before.
Yeah.
Well, that cross, of course, carries a lot of meaning now,
Yeah.
considering
Tell
with
the
everything
people what that cross is all
transpired.
about.
Yeah, so you gave me that cross because we were supposed to go to Miami Music Week, and then you decided it wasn't a great idea based on where you were, and I said, give me something of yours, give me a piece of you, so I can carry it with myself throughout
Just
the
a
entire
little
week.
bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And you gave me the cross, and then that experience with me being in Miami Music Week, but then my mom got really sick. So mid-March she was fine, and then end of March, this is midweek of Miami Music Week, I got the news that her cancer grew on the liver from 2 millimeters to 20 centimeters, and her death was inevitable, and then she passed away within 10 days.
Yeah.
So that was very extreme and very fast, and as fast as you can imagine. But then it connected me closer to God and closer to higher power, because I mean, as you know, I mean, our summer has been
Insane.
Extremely busy.
Well,
with
it's
things
fascinating too that
in all
that cross
endeavors.
came to you in a moment where you didn't know that you needed, and that, I mean, the whole story.
But I felt something about you giving me that cross. There's something about the
and
fact
I wasn't
that,
planned. You were like, give me something, and in my head, I'm like, I'll give you a fist. How about that? Like, take what the hell do you need? And I think something just told me in that moment, give him the cross. I mean, backstory behind the cross, it's my first cross that I ever purchased. I wore it in my early days as DJ Nono, and it just felt in that moment, give that to you. And I think God shining through me to give that to you in that moment, and then everything happening with your mom, it's all, again, It's
And thank you for your patience, because I know it wasn't easy,
yeah,
and I said certain things that I shouldn't have said at the moment of my emotions being rampant.
yeah. Well, and I think life's not about what you get; it's about what you give. And
So I just appreciate you, man.
I love you,
Through the
man.
moment, I love you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
We're gonna have a beautiful day today, and it's good to chat with you in this type of setting again, especially at Magic Stick. Thank you to Magic Stick for having us and allowing us to come out here at the ass crack of dawn to get this gear set up. Thank you to Emmanuel and his team for getting all this gear out here and allowing us to do this, because it has been quite a time, and we have some special guests that we're going to be bringing on at one point as well, which we have not done officially yet, so we're super excited there. But yeah, man, since November, a lot has happened. But as of recent, today we got the Bald Daddy Barbecue. You also released the track Sassy Groove,
Sassy
on
Groove.
Friday with Mr. Finney and the
Finn
lovely young lady.
Forte
What was her name
and
again?
Ali
Ali.
Rosario. A
Yeah.
beautiful take on, I guess, disco house. What's unique about it too, and I was telling this to Nate last night on the alley deck, was that, I'm sorry, 2 nights ago, was that the track was made all online. It was all online. Never met in person, but we made this. That was our
So
catchphrase.
how did you do that? Because like I know there was so many different ways to share and collaborate and stuff like that, but walk us through that process so we can
So yeah, so me and Finn had developed a relationship. We met in Ibiza, and he was doing the mix master retreats, and I was part of the retreat management for the mix master. So I was there for 2 months, and he probably did about month straight of retreats, because he was really passionate about learning production. And I just got to hang out with him every single day, and then we developed a very close bond. And then for the year after, we've been meeting every week on Zoom for
Yep.
about an hour, 2 hours. And he's been sending me ideas, and I've been helping him finish his ideas. And eventually he sent me Sassy Groove idea. And I said, I would love to jump on this, because I just felt that everything that he had at the moment really spoke to me, in the sense of, I can really make this a groover.
Yeah. Is there something specifically from the element perspective that you're like,
I think I was thinking about another
yeah.
at the time, right? So, and very much, I've always been a fan of organic sounds, but my strength isn't melodic. It's more drum space. It's more stripped back, hard hitting drums. So I wanted to encapsulate the feeling, which he already had, into something that I know will work in the club.
Yeah.
So from him sending me an idea, in about maybe a couple months, we went back and forth, finished up the arrangement, and he was able to link up with Ali through a Musiversal, which is a company where I think you pay a monthly.
I remember you telling me about that, and you get access to all these vocalists and different things like that. Not even just
live
vocalists.
instruments, drummers,
whatever you need.
Whatever you need.
Almost like a professional, streamlined version.
Yeah, it's
of
like a Rolodex
Fiverr.
of musicians, exactly, at the very high level, and you can link up and you can schedule appointments, and with those appointments, you send them the track, and then they work with you live.
Yeah.
So it's all done via Zoom. So Finn linked up with Ali. They did their take. Then me and Zoom, and me and Finn's sat.
Now,
on
was
Zoom.
Ali a part of that process of like you just gluing it all together, you and Finney?
No. Like she had a take with Finn, and then me and Finn sat down and broke everything down. Of course, Finn always took the first rough drafts of his ideas, and then I glued it all together. But yeah, it's been a very unique experience, considering it was all done online. Of course, I know Finn personally, but I don't know Ali personally.
Yeah.
And he's in Vancouver, I'm in Detroit, and then Ali, I believe, is in Malaysia. So,
oh wow. Well, it's fascinating too, because I think that tools and resources like that, what is it called again? The
Musiversal.
Yep. Like tools like Musiversal, I think are going to be crucial moving forward in the next year, 2, 3 years when it comes to music production and vocals, because these AI vocals are getting so outrageous. It's not even that they're bad. It's just it sounds different, and I think that when you have a vocalist that knows what they're doing, that brings in their own flavor with the vocal, and it's not just a sample anymore that's repeating and chopped in this and that. I think that's what ultimately sets a good track aside from, or a good track to being a great track, is that little extra personality and authenticity within the production and stuff like that, which, I mean, that's something that I particularly look for with demos with KMS. Like when we're doing track feedback on Our Tribe, which we have another track feedback coming up on Our Tribe this Tuesday, 7 p.m. So if you'd like to join us on the Our Tribe Circle app, in their community, we're going to be doing another track feedback, so catch us on there. But it's definitely something that I look for. So it's cool that all of these new features and resources are starting to create to ultimately get the music to remain authentic and special, but at the same time to give vocalists an opportunity to streamline a source of income when it's already as hard as it is to even make money in music nowadays, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say that with original vocals, when I talk to a lot of artists, it's not as complicated as you may think. I mean, you can use your voice memos.
Yeah. I mean,
I
multiple
have
big artists
have
talk about that.
a song, as you know, with Michael, and his vocals that he sent me via voicemail.
Oh yeah, How to Treat a Woman.
Yeah,
How to Treat a Woman. Yeah.
So that's a track as well.
Well, Mal P said that it was either Mal P or John Summit. One of the two said that the best microphone that you can
Chris
use.
Lake, I think. Chris Lake, yeah.
Well, even Jimmy Jules. He was
Jimmy
like,
Jules,
yeah, the microphone on the iPhones are so. Like, you don't need anything else. It doesn't really even pick up background noise. It picks up what you need, and then boom, bada bing,
I
bada
just
boom.
remember that we have a track of me recording vocals in the shower that did not work, and we tried to clean it up, and then I sent it to like a professional mastering engineer.
Dude, it was like, Josh Butler. He's like, dude, what is this? Wasn't it Josh?
No. It was Fanu. I think he masters John Summit tracks.
Yeah. Yep.
And then I sent it to him like, please, can you just clean this up? And then he's like, no, I can't.
There's no saving that. You could put 10 soothes on that damn thing, and it's still gonna sound a little.
I was very confident in my skill set to clean that up, and it wasn't the case. It just wasn't the case.
I love it. Well, I mean, hey, we have a guest here, a lovely, pretty guest here.
We do have a guest.
Why don't you come on over here? We're going to invite you in. So this is a dear friend of ours and a new queen to the castle, Miss Britty.
The hottest DJ.
Cue the crowd noise. Woo! So you're going to sit right in front of that lovely mic there, boo.
As she knocks it down, we forgot to
we'll get that.
She's very clumsy.
You talk a little bit about your relationship with Britty, how you guys became friends, because I know Britty because of you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful full circle, and I'm so happy that she's here. Although she will always comment on the fact that she did meet me and I didn't. I forgot.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna hold the grudge for the rest of her life. But then,
wait, I want to know more about that. When was this?
What? Was it here? Was it at this
It was here.
magic
We were
stick?
actually standing right here.
Was it right here?
And I went to go say hello to you, and you just
hi.
Like, oh, I don't know you. Just turned away.
So then that happens, and then I was in Ibiza. I was working, and then the girls, Alexandra and Britty, were coming to Ibiza at the same time, and then both of us started to receive DMs from our friends that we need to link up. Because we never like hung out in Detroit, but we have such a close group of friends where they're like, you guys have to link up in Ibiza. And then we linked up. It's funny because we went to like an American restaurant in Ibiza to eat burgers.
Yeah, we were like, Ish, you've been here longer. Take us somewhere to eat. And he takes us to an American restaurant.
Yeah,
we're going to go
okay.
get some true traditional American food, damn it.
But right away, literally, we just met, and then we go to DC-10, and then we
recall
real silly right away.
Yeah.
First night.
I don't think you guys had a choice. I feel like you guys were each other's safety net. You guys were having a time that night. I remember the call the day after. He's like, bro. Yeah, we were in the corner. We were just hanging out, and we sat there, and we sat there for hours. We didn't even move.
It was so tight in there. There was nowhere really to sit or.
It's like that every time, eh?
So.
You talk about Ibiza's club?
Yeah,
experience?
The DC-10. Yeah.
I mean, geez Louise. I mean, it's always overpacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're coming in hot. But I think what's beautiful too is that I was fortunate enough to be in a position to see Britty blossom from being a fan to a DJ.
Yeah.
Because we talked about her first minimal experience was in Ibiza Underground.
Yeah.
Which I took them on a random night. The last night, I believe they were before they were leaving to Barcelona.
Yeah, we were feeling a little overwhelmed by the bigger clubs, and he
Yeah,
was
because
like,
you were in
"Hey,
Ushuaia. You were in
Yeah, the
Ushuaia.
most
Well, and then we were
commercial
gonna go to
one.
High.
And then Britty changed her sound so much ever since.
I was gonna say, what did you? I mean, predominantly, what did you
Yeah,
listen to prior to like having that experience? Because from what I know, I don't really know the Britty before
yeah."
that moment. It's always been minimal Britty. Like you're ripping minimal techno I've never heard in my
Breaks.
whole life. So like,
So,
what was it before?
I mean, there wasn't really any play before, but listening wise, I mean, it was just your typical like Sassy, Rossi, things like that, which I still love and hold dear to my heart. But Ibiza Underground really, really opened my eyes to minimal music, and I just kind of fell in love with that even deeper, and even more so, just like combining the two, I guess, and like telling a story with everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, as far as like tastes, I would say it's just kind of leaned more minimal, and then recently probably more techno and more breakbeat for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, she's got her first party that she's hosting called Small Talk next week at
Oh, yeah?
Echo
Windsor.
in Windsor.
Yeah.
Super excited. So it's been awesome to see you grow, Britty. And then it's just also a privilege and an honor to know that you've sent me snaps of you DJing in a small controller
I recall.
that
Yeah.
I
no one
recall.
else will see but me.
Yeah. That's funny.
So I'll always hold that dear to my heart.
Yeah, some of them I can't believe I sent you. I listened back and I was like, ooh.
I was
Yeah, rate this
I was just happy
transition.
that it was happening because I just remember you were so nervous about it, and you and Al had the thing about you guys going back to back, which always it was like, ooh, like if the girls would go back to back, what would that look like?
We got a little taste of it.
A little bit.
We got a
a
little
little
taste
bit.
of it.
Yeah, it was funny to watch that dynamic because like I'm standing behind all of you guys, and then like Ish is standing there like this, and then Britty's standing there like this, and then Al's like not flinching, moving at all, and I'm like, is she gonna do something? And then she like turned the wrong knob, and then you quickly turned it back, brought the low end, and I was like, this is great. This is what it's all
Oh,
about.
yeah, I love her.
Yeah, God
love
bless her in her new
Alexandra.
chapter because she's officially moved now, right?
Yeah, yep,
Good
she
for
left
her.
yesterday.
Yeah. What's her man's name again?
Matt.
Matt. If you're watching this, you better take care of her. We love her. Make sure she's safe.
Same birthday as Pat.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Wow.
Mr. Promoter. Shout out, Mr. Promoter.
Yeah, shout out Mr. Promoter. So Britty, a question that I had for you. What's the vision for Britty? I know like it's been very fast paced since you started DJing. I feel like you DJ'd once at Speaker Box and you've been nonstop a resident DJ of Detroit ever since. Like what are like the next steps? Like what's the vision now for Britty, or is it just to keep riding that wave and see where it takes you?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just love the music and that's what I'm here for. So I think probably just ride the wave. I do have this party now, though, that I'm launching, Small Talk.
Mm-hmm.
And Ish will be there. I'm really excited for that. But I think that's probably going to be the start to a new chapter of more curation. So
Yeah.
the vision behind that is really about the dancers and the trajectory of the evening. So like very carefully choosing selections and kind of creating that arc of the party that I know you've talked so much about, the importance of that as well.
The graph.
Yeah,
Mhm.
cue graph. So yeah, that's really going to be the focus for that party and just seeing what happens there. But as far as like long-term goals, just here for the love of it.
Yeah. Now, what about production? Have you given it any thought? Like, is it something that you're interested in? Because obviously, like, I feel like we come in a time where it was very important to understand production, to produce music, to set yourself aside. But I do think that in a world that is swallowed by a lot of DJs, there is still a path for proper selectors. Is production something that you've ever thought about? If so, like, what does that look like?
I've definitely thought about it, and I've had some conversations with Ish,
Mhm.
but right now I don't think it's on my radar. Maybe a winter project. I would love to get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah,
But summer was pretty crazy, so it wasn't really
a priority.
an option. But now moving into the winter months, yeah, actually funny. I know it's not directly your question, but I acquired a DJS 1000, the sampler.
Oh, snap.
So I've been playing around with that.
How do you just acquire that? Like, what do you mean acquired?
I was hanging out the other night after Eastern Market after dark and had a conversation with somebody who's also, interested in my music career and helping me grow. And he was just like, hey, I'm not using it. Do you
That's
want
what's
to
up.
take it home? And I was
Yeah.
like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think that's a testament too to what you bring to the table as a DJ and as an artist. Is like, it didn't take many people a while to understand that you're here and you're not going anywhere and you're willing to do what it takes. And I think that that's a testament to who you are as a person, but as an artist and as a DJ, because you command a certain level of respect. And I think it's because you're doing it for the right reasons. You're doing it for the music. You're doing it because you love the music. And I think that in today's day and age, you can never, AI can't replicate that. There's no software that can replicate that. At the end of the day, there's just a certain feeling you get from specific artists, specific curators and selectors, and we get that from you. So like, I'm super proud of you for that.
And I would just like to add, and I don't know if Britty recognizes this because I was thinking about it on the drive here, is that I don't think there's many artists that played at Magic Stick and also played at Marble. So you're actually connecting a whole lot of different communities.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I
Niko.
haven't
Britty
played
sound
there.
works
Yeah,
in
Niko?
a lot of
Yeah.
different rooms.
Yeah.
And
Well, and I-
Niko as well.
And Niko, yeah.
Yeah.
And Niko as well. There's not many people that have done that.
Yeah.
And their brands.
Mm-hmm.
So because I think there's different pockets
Definitely.
of communities.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about the Magic Stick bubble. You know, you kind of stuck in the Magic Stick bubble, and then you don't realize what other communities. So Britty's been extremely helpful in teaching me that.
Yeah.
Stepping outside my comfort zone.
Well, and it's fascinating that we're here talking about this at Magic Stick, because up until, maybe a month ago or so, we've been experiencing all these different
Yep.
things. I mean, we've been going to shows with you, going to your shows at Marble Bar, this bar, that
Lincoln
place,
Factory.
and Lincoln
as well.
Factory
Yep.
too. And I think that's the beautiful thing about being back here today, because now we get to share the stage with you for the first time officially. We're at Magic Stick, where Britty met you. You didn't meet Britty. And it's beautiful. Like how, my last question for you, Britty, is, being a female in the scene, in this industry, in this city, us being men, how can we as men, and just even for the audience too, like how can we better support the females of this industry and empower
Great
you
question.
ladies to do more curation where you guys are the front runners? Because I do feel like maybe this is just Detroit, but there's a lot of men-driven shows and experiences and things like that. What can we do to better serve you and help you to ensure that it's successful and we grow from here?
Yeah, I mean, you guys already do it. I think the biggest one is always support. So having the audience there and showing up for your friends and
Yeah.
other DJs, just really coming out. But also, I think one of the big things that is talked about a lot in the industry is there will always be like a token female booking, for better or worse, but typically you'll find her as the opening slot.
Yeah.
So, just helping break out of that and supporting, really.
Definitely. Well, it's kind of funny you bring that up, because when Ish and I were talking about the lineup, we're like, well, who do we want to bring it home? How are we going to do this lineup? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Britty close it. Britty bring it home.
No brainer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the beautiful thing about this lineup specifically too, is I know that you can, Niko can play and do whatever needs to be done. And it's a testament to all of our craft and all of our artistry. So,
Yeah.
Britty, we love you. We're proud of you.
Love
We're
you
happy
too. I'm
you're
really
here.
excited for the crowds to merge today, and I have
So
some
excited.
good selections planned. So
I didn't download any new music for this. I don't have an outfit picked out because I left it at my house. But guess what? We got some church in this morning. We're bringing service to the deck today.
Bald Daddies always got it.
Always,
We
baby.
got it.
Always,
We
baby.
always got it.
Where the hell is Niko?
All right. Well, thank you guys.
We love you,
We love
Britty.
you. We'll see you in a little bit.
Britty, catch her. We'll put her socials in the comments and the whatever.
Ew, 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 ew. Small talk next week. Small talk next week in
Hell
Echo,
yeah.
Windsor.
Oh,
Yeah, it's difficult. Again, I think expressing the amount of things that we experience and try to squeeze in 24-hour period while maintaining our mental health at
Oh,
a
yeah.
very high level at all times.
mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think it's one thing saying, hey, go ahead and coach for 3 hours of tennis and then go spend 4 hours of intense set prep and then straight from the set prep, go to Eatori's and play for another 4 hours, all the while setting up the equipment and then taking the equipment down.
Yep.
And then within the short amount of 5 hours later, get up, show up, set up for the podcast. And then right after the podcast, we're going to go out there and play and be a part of the show for the next 6 hours.
Yeah.
So
and then you got to prep for the week and get everything done.
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the day, do you want to be good or do you want to be great? I feel like we ask each other that. We talk about it all the time. It's the work that nobody sees. It's the hours that you lose of sleep. It's the things that you do when no one's watching that determines your character and ultimately where you go. Not even just as an artist, but as a person and a human being in general. I think it's extremely important because when you have spotlights on, it's easy to succeed. It's easy to smile when the sun's shining. It's when the rain is coming and the thunder's smacking and ain't nobody around to help you or hold you. That determines who you are as a person. So, at the end of the day, this is the Bald Daddy energy.
Let me ask you this.
Finest.
What do you think about invite only from the time when we were sitting 10 months ago? Prior to the Ismos showcase here at Magic Stick to where we are now at the Bald Daddy Barbecue. What do you think? What was the progression of our relationship?
I think a lot of the progression of the relationship was actually done behind closed doors. I think it's in the way that we communicate and connect with each other on a personal level, more so than artists, more so than just friends, but brothers trying to navigate extreme levels of testosterone in a cutthroat environment and still try and remain arm in arm. And I think a lot of the growth that we've done hasn't necessarily been public to a degree compared to a year prior, but I think that a lot of the growth that we've had has come from within and within our house, and I think that's been the most powerful thing that we've done.
Yeah, a lot of whiteboards, a lot of communication. I think we've definitely gotten better at communication, which
I mean, we just
had
said it a
multiple
couple of times,
discussions about us boiling over and then snapping on one another. And then when both alphas think they're right, it's only going to be chaos.
And it's like
in that
two
household.
rams ramming, and nobody really wins. Brain cells just get lost. So at the end of the day,
taking a step back,
come with grace.
Sometimes I can come off very aggressively, and then
sometimes
you've been very generous in your patience with me.
It's not easy to live with someone with OCD either. I know it's extreme too, and you've been patient as well, but I think it's having the constant communication and the recognition for each other that we're trying our best, like remembering that people are trying their best.
And I think the conversation about no friendly fire being the first and foremost foundation has been a stronghold for me, at least, to always pay attention to how I communicate.
Absolutely. Without further ado, what do you say? We got Mr. Niko, Latex Girl, coming on up here. Crowd noise, baby. What's going on, baby? How are you, sir? Yeah, absolutely.
Just pleasure to have you, Niko. It's we were just saying to Britty earlier that there's not many artists that can bridge communities, because if you think about it, you and Britty specifically have played at Marble, but also played at the Stick, and you played at the other venues. As you know, Detroit's got a lot of different pockets of communities, and sometimes those communities kind of, I wouldn't say they dislike one another, but they stay in their pocket. But then your brands expand the communities, and then there becomes that crossover. Have you ever thought about that in the way how you handle your brand as a whole? Because you're a very likable guy, and the way you play is unbelievable.
to some, man. But I don't know. Detroit's got its own. It's got like little tribes all around it, and like it's cool when you see everybody kind of come together and form in like different lineups. Mind you, sorry, my voice is cooked right now.
That's all right. You've been having a long weekend, right?
Yeah,
you're just like us. You're constantly going until you're not, then you're sleeping.
Yeah, and then I'm dead for like a week, and then I'm back out. But yeah, I'm on day 4 right now. So
cool. Eastern Market After Dark, both nights?
No, I was only Thursday night.
Okay.
Thursday night I rocked with Midnight Temple.
Yep.
Killer lineup. That was a lot of fun. And then Friday night I had a party at the Eagle, late night.
Yeah, you texted us about that.
Yeah. Which that's why I sound like this.
This is the Eagle party?
The Eagle party.
Were you on the mic?
Like
Were you on the mic?
No, I wish. I need to start emceeing a bit more. That would be crazy. But no, that club is just so loud sometimes, and like
you're just screaming over people.
And we had a patio going, so it's like even if I wanted to go outside, it was ripping me. But yeah, and then the yesterday wasn't good either because I'm over here yelling That was Lincoln Factory, Juan Adkins.
Oh heck
That
yeah!
show was a lot
How'd
of
that
fun.
go?
It was killer.
Yeah.
It was real, like, it was different. He played a lot of like 80s, like disco and funk stuff, which was kind of different. I never really seen him like play anything but techno and electro.
Wow.
Interesting.
that was
And
cool
at
with
Lincoln
those.
Factory too. That's what's up.
Yeah, and that freezer space is dope.
Yeah.
Like it sounds amazing. It's really loud, which is also why my voice is whooped. But got a little bit of tea here to hopefully.
What kind of
sound
tea?
less
We're
like a
tea guys.
zombie.
What kind of tea?
I don't know. My girl got it. It's a lemon honey. She's out there right now. It's like lemon honey lavender.
Yeah, it's
tea.
for that throat, dog. You gotta get that
Wow.
thing moving and grooving again. I love it.
Yep,
That's what's
I
up. Well,
permanently messed up.
well, we're super honored to have you not only on the podcast but the show, man. You know, when
Thank
Ish kind of like introduced your brand to me, like I was like, all right, well, who is she? And he's like, no, it's a guy. And I was like, oh snap. So like, talk to me like about like the way that Latex Girl kind of came to be, because obviously for people that don't know you or know what you do, they see a lineup, they see Latex Girl, they're thinking, all right, somebody's coming in assless chaps, fucking blacked out, getting it.
I actually
like,
did think about that.
you know what I'm
It's
saying?
probably chicken
Yeah, because you're like,
latex.
yo, let's get Latex Girl. I'm like, all right, well, who the hell is she? Like, where does she play? And you're like, no, it's a guy. And I was like, shit. So talk to us about that.
Funny story too. Tom Linder from Detroit Techno Militia.
Mhm.
First time I played Techtroit, he was all excited. He's like, "Who's this new chick?" He's like, "Man, I went over there. I was all excited to see some like girl and latex and stuff." He's like, "I get over there, it's just Niko." He's like, "Damn it." But no. So originally, I started doing underground parties. I do a party called Auction, which is a fetish party, and we originally were doing DIY spaces a lot. And I didn't really want, me and my buddy Tyler, who he's in New York now, he's from here, but we would be on the lineups first and last name. And I'm like, all right, we're doing these parties in like old motorcycle garages or like little warehouse spots or in the Russell. And I'm like, it's not really the coolest thing to have your legal government name on all these underground flyers. So we were thinking like, what can we do? We got to have some sort of like moniker. So we brainstormed a little and we thought it was funny. It's kind of like a Batman and Robin thing. So he goes by the Rubber Man. So it goes Latex Girl and the Rubber Man.
Wow.
And that's like our collaborative like duo when we play back to back and stuff. And then it just kind of like stuck. I made an RA account and then through that I just kept getting booked under that name. And I've had a couple different names. I used to DJ under Mood Ring. I started under Sinclair. So it's been some trial and error, just kind of finding like a place. But Latex Girl is just kind of stuck. But I get a lot of that.
Yeah.
They come, they're like, who is this dude? Like, where's Latex Girl?
Yeah, where's the girl with the latex? You came here for
Yeah.
the latex. No, I like that. I mean, I think the Rubber Man thing, that makes a lot more sense now. Like Rubber Man,
Yeah.
Latex Girl. I like that.
And since he's not from here, you don't really see him. So
Well, exactly. So that's why somebody like me who was like, oh, well, there's not really a lot of people that are doing stuff here that I don't already know.
Yeah.
And then it was like Latex Girl. And now that I understand Rubber Man isn't from here, that makes a lot more sense.
Yep.
I
So
like
it's like
that.
a little Batman and Robin situation, you know, that just
I
kind of
like
stuck. No, I can't change it.
I like that, man.
Where do you think your brand is going through all these experiences? Because you've been around for quite some time. I think we've done shows together. We actually done an afters, I believe, together once too.
Yep.
Through the progression of your sound and the way you carry yourself, how would you say your brand is moving to from now to like future 2026?
Honestly, it's sometimes it's weird, you know. I'm sure you guys understand too. Like sometimes you get a little bit of like discouragement when things don't really pick up as much, and like you kind of think like, what am I doing? You know, like am I doing the right thing? Am I doing it the right way? But right now I think we're cruising. We're cruising. We're not going too hard. We were kind of killing it like 2 years ago, last year, but I don't know. Next year I have a lot of really cool things kind of in store. But this year has been a lot of dialing back and like kind of figuring out more like where we want to go music wise, promotion wise, who our crowd is, and like does the crowd understand the event or do they just like the lineups? So a lot of the trial and error has kind of been like smoothing itself out. But I don't know. I'm hoping in a couple years we could drop some cool like open it more like a label,
Okay.
drop more like industrial and Italo EBM artists and stuff. Maybe even like some aggro tech and harsh noise dudes that are out here that are kind of like still in the sewers, you know, still underground. But with the collaborative effort Techtroit's given me, to bring me and my brand along with them and kind of like trust our vision with a lot of stuff. I don't know. I think in a couple of years we'll be doing some killer stuff.
Can you
know?
tell me a little bit about that, your relationship with Tektroid? Because I went to Tektroid for the first time this year.
Cool.
And I ran into you running around like a madman.
Yeah.
And I always love seeing the people that are in the industry working, because you get to learn a lot how you handle yourself in stressful situations. Because I just see, like, I'm already thinking about optics when I'm seeing you running around.
Yeah.
So tell me about how to expand it and where it's going overall for you with the relationship with Tektroid.
I'm very fortunate that they trust me. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm the youngest on the crew, so I have a lot of learning, you know, but I'm around a bunch of really good mentors, and I get to see the ins and outs of stuff that like I don't really see as much in like the local scene, opposed to like dealing with a lot of the international artists that we bring out and stuff. So it's a lot of pressure, but it's good pressure, you know. Pressure makes diamonds, so you gotta
Dude,
keep
you got
having
Bald
pressure.
Daddy energy. Shave your head, yo.
I know, right?
Come on, right now.
It's coming one day, you know. But with them, there's a lot of moving parts in Tektroid, and we move around a lot. Not one person doesn't do like every one thing. So when I first got brought on, I was doing their after parties, just because they've came to my underground stuff. It took them back to like their old school feeling.
How far was that?
That was 3 years ago. No, 2 years ago.
Okay.
2 years ago, they brought me on to do after party stuff. And from there, it's just been a lot of learning. Sorry, again, my voice is
No, you're good, man.
But now we move things around a bit more. Like, I'm not doing the after parties this year. I'm focusing more on the festival this year. So we have somebody else doing the after parties, which I finally get to kind of
Go to bed
blessed from
before
that.
4 a.m., 5 a.m. probably.
Yeah, I
Mm,
get to get some
if
sleep.
you got that discipline, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like
But,
that.
Right now it's just really cool to learn everything and like be around a lot of the older heads and like, you know, and kind of feel the trust that they give, you know.
Mhm.
But when you see me running around at the festival, it's fun. It's like game day, you know. It's
Mhm.
like it's
Dude.
game day, it's
Yep.
game time. We're doing crossovers, we're doing all types of gear switches, a lot of live sets that go into that. So I'm learning a lot about like
Setting up the equipment for
Yeah.
the DJs that needed to be that
with
specific
10
way.
minutes in between, you
Right.
know.
Well, and that
but-
stuff's invaluable too, because if something goes wrong while you're in the middle of a set and you don't really know how to maneuver the inner workings of a CDJ or this equipment or that equipment, well, guess what? The whole show's going to sit in silence in some cases, you know. So having that knowledge is definitely imperative for sure.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's beautiful to bring all of us together, you know, Britty, Invite Only, you, because we all come from, even individually, we all come from such different walks of life. And I think in a world right now that is so excessively divided by those differences, the fact that we can bring all of us together and have these conversations and bring you guys on the podcast and then have a day like the Bald Daddy barbecue where we put these three worlds together as one at Magic Stick. You know, at the end of the day, like, the differences are what make us beautiful as one. And I think with the world hurting and divided more than ever, I think that it's up to us as the artists and as the musicians and people, especially in Detroit, that plays such a prominent piece in techno and house music for the world. It's up to us to lead the charge and to celebrate each other for those differences and different ways of thinking and understand that at the end of the day, we're all human beings.
Yeah.
And we all have a heart, and some may beat faster than others, but at the end of the day, we're all just flesh. And, you know, it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
I wish we had more than 15, 20 minutes to learn more about you, but I know that we're going to learn a hell of a lot more than that mouth can say when your ass hits those
Yes,
decks, baby.
sir. Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? So, Niko, thank you so much for coming out here, man.
Thank
We
you,
love
man.
you, bro. We're proud of you. Keep working hard. And we're excited for today, brother.
Cool. Thank
God
you so
bless you,
much.
baby.
Love you,
Thank
brother.
you for having me on.
Can't wait to see your set, man.
Absolutely. Just me and you, baby. And thank you for people watching this for the patience, because I probably would have pissed my pants here. And I'm not.
I was
trying
like,
to
what
run.
happened there?
Dude? Yeah, I
Yeah, what
get up
happened
and run
there
like
for a
that.
second?
Just know
you
I got
just left me by myself. I got lonely.
Yeah, well, I wanted to test to see, you know, if you
It was
still
no
got
longer
it.
an invite only.
Can't. Well, you can't
Yeah,
free balling it without me here is a
Well, I was
little
about
bit
to say,
different.
I was about to
you
say,
know?
can I get in a Speedo now? Because it's just Ish's show, you know, just full blown Speedo.
I love it, man. So yeah, man, we gotta We got a bunch of things coming up here. We got the Hood Needs House on Halloween that just announced. I'm excited for that. We got Mr. NAYT. He's gonna be bald.
Oh, it's gonna be so great.
Yep, he's gonna be bald. We're gonna shave his head either before, during, or after something. But he's gonna be.
This
bald.
is also the first time we're stepping outside of just us doing it. This is the first time we're entrusting for somebody to join this intermix of testosterone. And
have we ever done a back-to-back invite only? Damari, Jose.
Oh, that's it. Actually,
Yeah.
Damari is the only one.
That was for Beltran, right?
That was for Beltran. Correct.
Yeah, that was. I can't. It has been that long.
It's been that
I mean,
long.
we don't having a back-to-back that's a duo always is there's already so much testosterone in there. Adding another person into that definitely gets a little complicated, but it'll be exciting for us to kind of come together for that. We got a little taste of it at Eatori, but I mean, shit, we weren't even over 123.
I think that there's just a mutual self-respect. I'm just happy that I got to spend a week in Miami with NAYT and showcase him around and think about sound and think about music a little bit differently, because the groovier side here in Detroit is a little bit more rare.
Yeah.
So when you introduce somebody to that sound at the very high caliber spaces like Space Miami, and you get to understand how that sound travels in front of a packed out crowd, you will understand that there are certain elements where it's not really meant to be overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I think when you talk about the back-to-backs that we all know and love, they respect one another to a degree where they're not forcing tracks to be played.
Yep.
They're letting the story of the track narrate the continuation of the entire mix. And this is what I think a lot of times we've been people respect us for, is the aspect of we flow into one another. We're not trying to overstep, and we give each other space. And with NAYT, I just seen the skill set, and I've seen his patience and the way he approaches the conversations, which it was a no-brainer to add him into this.
He's
mix.
definitely one of us for sure, and it was cool to take some time to mix with him a little bit at Eatori a couple weeks back, because we were messing around with the effect knob, and we were just kind of talking about how, like, at Eatori, you get to play music you wouldn't normally play during a set, and you get to try things you wouldn't normally try. And it was like all of these different knobs and things. Like at one point I had 3 knobs in one hand, all being turned at once. And I had my hand on the effect knob. And then after that, he started doing kind of something similar. And I was like, I see you, bro. And he watches, he learns, he applies. And it's always a beautiful time to have him around. Plus, he's obviously the most handsome guy in the fucking room.
He's only gonna add the more flavor to this experience.
It's gonna really suck not being the most beautiful man on that stage now, because he's gonna be.
He's gonna definitely take the spotlight from us, but that's okay. That's okay. He's our little brother for that reason. So
for sure, we love you, NAYT. We're excited to see you today. But yeah, the Hood Needs House. Halloween edition. In the main room, we got Kevin Saunderson, as always, leading the charge. Mr. Todd Terry's actually coming back to throw a set down for us, which is awesome because Todd hasn't been here in quite some time. So that'll be cool to see him. The Saunderson brothers. And actually, Kwaku is coming home. Coming to Detroit. He is actually the owner and one of the founders of the Hood Needs House. Background story about the Hood Needs House. He was going through a rough patch in his life. He had some friends that, were going through some darkness, and him going through some darkness. And he kind of was asking himself, like, how can we turn this darkness to light? And, he used house music as the driving force for that, and this built into this brand that we now have compilations attached to, and merchandise attached to, and now showcases attached to. So really proud of you, Kwaku, for turning that darkness into that light, and now giving others an opportunity to experience that in the brand that you've built, and now Kevin is pushing with all of us. So it's going to be a really fun time
and a TV lounge too.
Yeah,
at
TV
iconic
lounge.
places of all Detroit. So it's
both
awesome
rooms
to be
too,
back.
because the front room is going to be popping the hell off. We got Ooze back to back with Devin Jetski, 2 powerhouses for KMS as of recent. Devin Jetski's got 4 or 5 tracks right now in rotation that Kevin's playing.
Kevin's been playing.
He's been working his
ass.
ass off. He's in Tool Room Academy right now as well, which I believe with his girlfriend as well. So, I mean, they're killing it. Mr. Ooze, he's got 1 track coming out on the day of the show. Play the Game, I believe, is the name of the track. He's been working hard. He's actually
31st.
Yeah, 31st. Okay. Yep. And he's actually been helping us a lot with demos and going through those demos in a timely fashion. So Ooze, we appreciate you. Devin, keep working hard. We appreciate you. Followed by us, back to back with NAYT. And then we got Pinto from New York City coming to make his debut set. Super, super excited because he'll have a release out on KMS that's coming shortly thereafter. Absolute banger of a track. And then to bring it all home, Silly Girl Carmen, the queen bee. Here, she, I believe, or what is it called? Here is her brand.
Is it? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. But she's always working hard. She's always getting after it. I actually saw her at Aloe the other day. Catherine and I went, and we were just going to check out the new Aloe in Detroit. And I turn over, and there's Silly Girl Carmen, vibing, just in the corner.
She was playing a set there, right?
Playing a set there.
Yeah.
So, she's always working. I'm excited to see what she brings to the table because she's launched her own record label. She's been, I believe she had her first release on there. So it'll be a great night. Bring your costumes, bring your friends. Let's have some fun. And we're going to shave Nate's head. So if you guys just come for that, that's okay. Got a couple more minutes left ish. Anything you want to add?
Well, I wanted to ask you, where, because it's been a very, very difficult year for both of us in a lot of different ways. What are your thoughts into going to 2026? What are you focusing on from now? Because now summer is slowing down. Things are going to slowly, people are going to get more grounded in Detroit. Where's your mind at? What are you thinking about?
I think for me, the biggest thing going into 2026 isn't to start in 2026. It's what I do right now. But the biggest thing for me is just stabilizing my day to day to a degree where it's consistent and I can build a routine off of that, whether it's for music, whether it's for KMS, whether it's for throwing shows. Just try, for the love of God, to organize the 4 businesses that I have my hands in to a degree where I can productively have an equivalent amount of output for each. I think that's going to be a focus for me, but just being very intentional with the time that I spend making music and trying to get a release every single month. That's a goal for me. So what about you, brother?
Yeah, I'm in a very interesting spot. I do feel that I'm as ready as I could be with my skill set and my music, and I'm going to continue pushing my label Ismos. We're going to have the 4th release out on Halloween, my release, Trips
Boy.
coming out, so I'm excited. And I'm just really much open to a lot of different experiences. Look, I have an opportunity to join our tribe and be part of their team in Spain, mid-October for the retreats. I'm honored and excited to be in that position. Of course, we got the KMS showcase, and then continue evolving the Arnismo sound. I talked to Chase Carter. Shout out to Chase and Jack Lab
Love
Records.
that guy.
He told me that listening to my music, he's one of the first guys to tell me, like, Ish, you have range. And that really stuck with me because I kind of always thought about myself as being very minimal, but I also know that through collaborations of what I've learned over the years, I have an ability to go ahead and try different things. So I'm very open to making different type of music and not being afraid to release it as well, and seeing the reaction of the people. Because I think for me, the straightforward path is the minimal path. Is something that I truly know and love. But for example, with like Sassy Groove, I would never in million years up into receiving the idea from Finn would pursue something like this just for myself directly. So being inspired by somebody and working with them to finish a track and have the release, it's really, really special. So, and continue to develop relationships with people around the world. I'm privileged and honored to be in the position that I'm in. As you said, I operate in like 6 businesses in different parts of my life.
Oh yeah.
So it's figuring out a way where I focus on what's important internally and continue pushing through actions and deliverance, and just continue working more about, or becoming more of a better man through my daily actions.
Absolutely. And I think from a music standpoint, you have range, and I think all artists should to a degree have range, because at the end of the day, as human beings, we have a range of emotion. And I think it's the duty to the universe as an artist to communicate and convey those different emotions in a productive way and in your music. And I don't think that there's any artist in this entire world that could say that they've been happy and they've only made happy music, because some of their best music is probably making something that's out of box. I think that's what ultimately, when you make things that are still from your inside but maybe outside of your comfort zone, the whole premise behind Ismos, I think that that's when you really experience what the artist is on the inside. So I'm excited to see trips come out. Obviously we've been jamming to that for quite some time now, but I'm excited to see what 2026 brings Ismos as a whole, because I think that there's a lot of artists that are screaming to convey a message and to tell a message or tell a story that maybe they don't really
and I'm
have
excited.
a safe home for.
I'm excited because people have been coming up to me and asking more about the label. They want to be part of the label, and I've been guiding them in the direction of sound and where it's going. So it's been a privilege and an honor. But also, I would also like to add that through the process of being a label owner, I start to appreciate the aspect of storytelling, not just through music, but also through social media. You've been seeing how I've been handling my social media recently, which is
that's
all of a sudden
shout out to
everyone wants to work with me now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I'm the expert in 1 month after my video goes viral. But I've been very diligent. I've been looking at my insights, and I've been enjoying that part as I switched my mentality on social media in the position of it's continuation of my art and it's continuation of my canvas. So music is one canvas, but social media is a whole nother canvas, and me showcasing my life and really embracing who I am as a man, as an individual, and as a brand has been extremely fruitful after I recognized that. So shout out to Harlow Mervin,
that's his
who
name.
really just kind of just kicked me in the arse with what he said. And everything just in a way kind of clicked, because on the random Thursday, I get to hang out and grab coffee with him. And then 2 hours later, I'm shopping for a wedding suit with the guy.
Yeah.
And then end up DJing that same night. And then the guy just takes one video of me and says, this is going to go viral. Just post it tomorrow. And it goes viral, as he said.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden,
well, maybe
I'm doing fun little reels on social media.
Maybe we'll have to have him out for a specific podcast directed towards just like social media insights. Maybe we'll do something like that. Maybe we'll even do it on Zoom. We'll do something different.
Unbelievable.
You know? But thank you guys so much for joining us. I am Tech Nono.
This is Arnismo.
We are invite only. And we're here at Magic Stick. We're going to start this Bald Daddy barbecue. Niko's up first, but thank you again to Magic Stick for having us. Thank you, Ish, for your time today. Let me go to church.
I love you.
I love you, brother. Let's make it happen. Red Panda Software, the main sponsor for today. We appreciate you. We love you. And for those of you that didn't get that aren't going to get a chance to come out today, it's still a good day to have a good day. We love you.
And we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Bye.